Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joseph Msamba, and I'm a medical student at Makerere University. On this channel, we talk about technology, medicine, and business. If any of those sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on notifications such that you're always notified fast every time I upload a video. And also, smash the like button. It helps me so much with the algorithm. So our video today is about money mistakes to avoid as a teenager. And one of the questions people usually ask themselves is, what do I do to get rich? Probably you have thought about this as well, and it's a very common question among teenagers, especially when you're trying to figure out life in your early 20s. And I remember I had this similar question when I was still working as a tutor sometime back when I just left high school, working for around $5 a day and only working for about 4 days a week. So my question, my mind, I was asking myself, how do I become a millionaire from the peanuts I'm earning? And in this video, I'm here to give you a few money mistakes I have made, which I think you can avoid and probably help you in your journey of maybe getting rich and living the kind of life you want to live. The number one mistake is being too late in the investment game. This is one of the biggest mistakes I've been seeing people do. They are always held back by the spirit of perfectionism. People wait until they are very good at a certain skill for them to start doing something for themselves. Even let it be investing. People wait until they have all this business knowledge and then they start investing. I completely disagree with this, and I believe the golden rule for making money is simply exchanging a skill for money. If you have any skill, you can always just learn how to monetize your skill and can always make money. A very good example is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, at 11 years old, he bought his first stocks at around $38. And the message in this is that there's no right time. No time is too late, no time is too early. So literally there's no right time. However, the advantage in starting early is that you get yourself to get the knowledge and experience at an early age. So that in the time when you need these skills, you're already acquainted with the knowledge and you can always what? Succeed. So bottom line, as a youth, take calculated financial gambles because the risk to reward ratio is asymmetric. Best case scenario, yeah, you become a millionaire. Worst case, you need plenty of time to recover. At the end of the day, who cares? You're still a teenager, you can always recover, you can always start afresh. Mistake number two is wanting quick results. One of the biggest mistakes I have seen people do is wanting to engage in businesses that give results as soon as possible. This is a recipe for disaster. You can never establish a long-term sustainable businesses which will give you results in 1 week or 1 month. It's very common among us, the youth. That's why we have very many middlemen, we have very many gamblers nowadays because these are businesses that are giving you results within a span of 2 days, 1 day, some even a very short, some even can be within hours. So I'm not saying that you cannot make it through this because sometimes people are lucky and you can go and play a bet and then you win. However, you are going to find that these are like one in a million. And literally, you're basing your business on luck. And I don't think it is sustainable to establish a business which you want to be based on luck. You want to build your business based on fundamental analysis and knowing and having the conviction that what you're doing is going to work, not through gambling or just trying there and there to work out things. Luck is actually unrealized hard work. So luck has to find you doing something. And with the right mindset, you can be sure that you're going to establish something long term. So avoid as much as you can to think about establishing businesses where you want to see results immediately. Long term sustainable businesses are built over time, and you always have to remove this fake mindset of wanting results as soon as possible. Bottom line, I think anything that gives you quick results, gambling, I think you should see it as a source of enjoyment and only play or risk the money you can afford to lose. Don't see your source of employment from literally sports betting all the time. It's not going to work. Mistake number three is fear of risk taking. This is one of the biggest limiting factor when it comes to investment game. However, it is a test that you must pass if you want to get rich. You must have the courage to invest in something, however much you don't know what the return on investment will be. Though you don't have to invest anywhere without doing calculations, as long as the investment is calculated. And it's very unlikely that you're going to have a smooth journey in your investment journey. You cannot walk on a silver plate. However, you're going to stumble and fall. But the reward comes in the ability to stand up and keep moving, because you never know. Your next $1 million opportunity might be the next time you try. People who invested in the internet in the early 1990s didn't know how things would work out, because that's the time when even people were saying internet is just a passing fad, as some people were giving up on it. Hmm? See what is happening in the internet 20 years later. People who bought Amazon stocks, Tesla stocks when the companies were still new, they just saw the vision of these companies and they invested in their stocks. See what is happening maybe 15 or 20 years later. The only problem with risk taking is that you must calculate the risk you're going to take. However much you don't know what the return on investment you will be. So, as I said, as a youth, take calculated financial gambles because the risk to reward ratio is asymmetric. Best case scenario, you become a millionaire, but it is very disappointing if you saw an opportunity just because you had the wrong mindset or just because you are fearing to take the risk and then you miss out, and then 10 years later you begin regretting. So, I encourage you to take that risk today as long as you see an opportunity in it. Mistake number 4 is wrong timing. Saving is really great and very many people advocate for it. Yes, I also agree that saving is good because it's part of financial discipline. However, sometimes saving is not necessary. Sometimes saving is not necessary. Let's take an example. A teenager, 20 years old, who may want to invest in a certain skill by buying a certain book. And maybe they compromise the ability to buy that book just because they're saving money in the bank. You see how you are failing to learn a skill at an early age just because you are saving? Maybe you have an application you want to pay for just to learn a certain skill, but you are compromising to pay for that application just because you are saving. You know, it doesn't make sense. So timing sometimes is also very important. That do the right thing at the right time. As a teenager, you're better off investing in skills because skills are built over time and they always pay back in the long run. Time comes when there are certain skills you can no longer learn because of age and everything. So, as a teenager, saving might be great because it teaches you financial discipline, but it shouldn't come at an expense of certain things like skills learning. Yeah. Bottom line, no millionaire is made by saving money in the bank. Millionaires are made by investing money in valuable, appreciating tangible assets. So, saving your money in the bank might be good, but it's better off being kept in an appreciating asset than keeping it to sit in the bank. Mistake number 5, lack of conviction. Sometimes we have the right ideas, but we tend to be discouraged by the people around us, family and friends. This is sometimes because they don't see the potential in the ideas we propose to them. And majority of the times in the beginning, you might appear as the fool. But as long as you have the conviction that what you want to do will work out, do not be held back, keep moving, because at the end of the day, you pay your own bills and you have to take care of your own life. Let's example in 1990, Bill Gates was criticized about the internet.
This internet thing, do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there, the latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
Yeah, but it's easy to criticize something you don't fully understand, which is my position here.
Go ahead.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell?
That's because the critics did not know the potential it held. Look, 20 years later, the results of the internet explain themselves. Another example, CZ Binance, CEO of one of the leading crypto exchanges in the world, Binance. 2013, a story says he had to sell his apartment for $5,000 just to buy, I think, Bitcoin in 2013. But of course, the people who were surrounding him, I remember even his mother, in the story, criticized him against the decision he had taken.
Most of my friends thought I was crazy because I was selling an apartment in Shanghai to go into all into crypto, and I was quitting my job. So I was jobless, homeless. By most people's definitions, that is crazy.
And they were right. He was crazy. In the next 2 months, Bitcoin crashed by 70%, and he lost $700,000. Even his own mother told him he was a stupid kid for wasting so much money.
So my mom's like, "You stupid kid," and why couldn't you be like other people, get a nice job in a corporate? Bitcoin cryptocurrencies back in 2013, 2014, for me was one of those really unique opportunities where it was early stage. Only a small number of people got it, and it's going to be a huge future. So I told myself I'm not going to miss it. That was a
But with conviction, he stayed strong. You can look at the price of BTC 7 years later. You know, that's what made him become a self-made billionaire. So it's very important that you have your personal conviction that whatever idea you've gotten, as long as you have calculated, you're good to go. Bottom line, do not mind about people's opinions. As long as you're convinced, please always go ahead to do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, you pay your own bills and you have to take care of your own life. And at the end of the people don't care. Everyone is stressed about their own life. So you're supposed to determine your financial life. Anyway, have you liked the video so far? If you have liked the video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications so that you're always notified first every time we upload a single video. And please smash the like button. It helps me so much with the algorithm. Number 6, reasons to spend. According to Bill Parkinson's book, Die with Zero, he gives some few reasons as why you need to spend your money as a teenager. Reason number 1, earning power. As we get older, our earning power also increases. So $100 might feel as loads of money to you as a teenager, but to your future self, it's peanuts. It's very important that you spend some money on fun experiences, go for parties, have fun, and make those enjoyable moments, and your future self will thank you. However, be calculative. Reason number 2, memory dividends. Good experiences deliver compound interest over time. Every year, you always have to remember the interesting things you made for yourself. And maybe you made a killer birthday party when you are still maybe 19. So these interesting experiences that you have will always re-echo to your future self. So have these fun experiences as soon as possible, and your future self will thank you. Reason number 3, old age. As you get older, you generally can't do as much physical activity or travel just because you're old and you no longer have that energy. So as a teenager, spend money on fun experiences like rock climbing, surfing, and very many more fun experiences. Gather these experiences as soon as possible, and your future self will thank you, other than keeping an extra $10,000 in the bank, or $1,000 in the bank. Final thoughts. There's a wrong misconception that when you're still young, in your 18s, 19s, 20s, you should spend time partying, having fun experiences. And some people perceive this in the wrong way and end up wasting this prestigious time. And in the end, people finish their teenage years having done nothing. So I feel like when you are still a teenager, you have more energy and less responsibility. So focusing on yourself to learn skills and getting rich, I feel like is more fun than wasting your prestigious time just because you want to party and enjoy life. At the end of the day, by the time you realize, it might be too late. So be calculative, but don't compromise your life just because you want to make money. But still, don't go overboard to the extremity that you're just there wasting time as a teenager just because you're still a teenager. I mean, try out something, learn a skill, and at least you always thank yourself later on, because I mean, you don't grow young, we always grow older, and we always appreciate for the things we've done at a certain stage of time. Anyway, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.